How's it going, everyone? It's Juan Romero here from SwitchWatch. I'm back with another review. Today it's Robonauts, provided to us by Qubic Games, so thank you very much. Just to let you know, we're running a giveaway, Little Zelda Amiibo 8-bit one, so be sure to check out switchwatch.co.uk for details on that. That's running for 4 more days. Now all we ask, guys, is if you like this video at the end, please hit that thumbs up button. If you're a new watcher here, consider subscribing. Thank you to all of our existing subscribers for watching. Last but not least, leave me a comment down below, let me know your thoughts on this review or any other Nintendo Switch game. Let's get into it. A Robonaut is a humanoid robotic development project made at NASA, and if you check out what it looks like, I'm sure the designers drew inspiration from it for this game. The game starts off with a charming cutscene in which we see an adorable robot who seems to be the cleaner of this huge spaceship. It stumbles upon the mech room, which it seems like it's never seen before in its little robotic life. Jumps into this mean looking machine and starts checking out the planetary systems as you do. Whether it means to or not, it activates a mission, to which the mech starts off its rocket launchers and off it goes. This thing launches this little bot off to an unknown planet, and the robot ends up getting out of the capsule on the other side. The capsule is investigated by some nasty alien looking creatures, and that's your cue to do a runner. Lively. You're an innocent robot running away. Before you end up being an alien's plaything, you come across this bright yellow soldier suit. It's time to now face these creatures. You're given a brief tutorial and the game begins. In terms of audio, I felt when playing this I was on a clubbing night with house music, electronic techno tunes. I love the music in this game. A couple of glow sticks and you're good to go. The music was made by Simon Viklund and it certainly makes the game feel epic. Sound effects and fine, and certainly sound sci-fi with your little laser beam. In terms of graphics and visuals, I think this game looks great. It's colourful, vibrant, and each of the 12 planets look different with the colours used. Ultimately though, the template's very much the same mostly, and it's the colour that makes the planets look slightly different from one another. The creatures are bright and colourful. The weapons all have distinctively different animations, from just your normal laser beam to the carnage of dropping several missiles all at the same time on your enemies. The game runs as smooth as silk, both handheld and docked mode, and even in split screen there was no slowdown at all. In terms of gameplay, this is a simple arcade shooter with a gravity effect in which you can jump from one planet to another. Each planet sees your robot going around in circles, shooting everything that breathes, and some have platforms for you to jump on. There are 2 kind of jumps in this game: a normal jump, which sees you stay on your current planet, but you can jump from ground to platform or platform to platform like in any normal platforming game. On the planetary jump, however, which turns you upside down, it's like a cat falling from a high place, always landing feet first. It's odd, but it works really well. You have 12 missions to complete, and there is slight variations in what you have to do on each one. Activate 4 beams, protect a mechanic, or just clear the area type stuff. But essentially, you're looking to rid the planet of these plague of insect-looking like monsters, of which there are plenty. When you do get really good through lots of practice, then you will want to concentrate on getting higher scores through multipliers, where you get more points by not getting hit, for example. Also, to try and complete levels as quickly as you can, you have to get good first, and this is a challenging game, no doubt. Once you complete it, you go to the gate to your next destination. You have some weird robot with a mustache on most of the missions telling you what you need to achieve, and the less said about this, the better. You use your main weapon, which is your laser gun, and your secondary weapon, which is a bomb. The main bomb on this being one which turns the floor into flames to slowly kill your foes, unless you get a direct hit, and then your foe will die pretty quickly. As you go around the planets, you will pick up random power-ups that will change your weapons, and most are stronger but will only have a limited amount of ammo before you waste them and you revert back to your infinity weapons, I like to call them, meaning you will always have infinite ammo with the standard loadout. You have 2 different modes of difficulty, and I was playing on hard mode without even realising. When I got to level 7, I could not honestly get any further. It was that challenging. I had to switch to casual mode to get further. The weapons automatically aim to what is in front of you, and this is my first criticism of the game. I wish you could turn it off. I understand why, because the game is intense with lots of enemies constantly being thrown at you, and that's fine. What's not fine, however, is when you also incorporate the ability of being able to planet jump. You may have enemies in front of you which need killing first, but if you get too close to another part of the planet, which you need to jump to, sometimes your weapon will start to fire at enemies on the opposite planet, which is seriously frustrating, as you need to then move away, kill the enemies, and then jump to the next planet. It doesn't happen often, but it is relatively annoying. The other frustration comes in when you die in a mission and you have to start all over again. The missions are quite short, but it takes a long time to kill the vast array of enemies, and when you're closing in on the finish line and you have to start again, it just feels like a chore. I certainly enjoyed parts of the campaign and the fact that they tried to vary the missions somewhat, but it can end up becoming tedious and repetitive pretty quickly. It was then that I turned my attention to co-op and versus mode, and this is when the game for me really shone. You can play the missions with a friend in split screen, and this is really clever because your friend can basically do what they want on their side while you can go anywhere on your side of the screen. Ultimately, you have to work together, and it just feels great accomplishing the missions with a friend. I had the most fun in versus mode, however. Again, the screen is split and you need to compete against your friend in 3 differing modes. A competitive streak comes out in you and it's fast and furious. If nothing else, then for me the game is worth it just to play some competitive, fast and frantic matches with a mate. The game is very well optimised for the Switch and very polished, having no slowdown in split screen, which is a very good thing. At the moment, there's a lot of competition for games like this to have the space on your Switch. For a limited time of 2 weeks, the publisher is cutting the price by 10%, which means you can pick up the game for $13.49 instead of $14.99, and in the UK this equates to £12.14 instead of £13.49. I think in order to compete, these prices should stay as they are. Once the game is complete, then the replayability comes from those that want to complete the missions quickly, as the missions are timed, and to get the highest medal possible. It would have been more replayable had there been an online leaderboard to show off your skills getting those fast times and high scores. It's great to see the additions of achievements though here, which will see people wanting to get all of those. Some are easy and others are as tough as nails. For example, the bodyguard achievement has you not letting your VIP lose any health on level 10. Easier ones are like killing 15 enemies without losing HP. It's just great to see. Robonauts is a vibrant, colourful arcade shooter with great music. It's intense and challenging, but the campaign mode can become frustrating quickly. For those of you who like a challenge, prepare yourselves as the game is difficult. Ultimately, though, for me, what really makes this game easier to recommend to you is that great co-op and versus mode. Get a friend round and you will have great fun blasting through the enemies or even beating each other in versus mode. For me, the game really shines here. If they had added an online mode, then this would have been even more compelling because it's the type of shooter which would have really benefited from it. This game is polished then. There is fun to be had for the casual and the hardcore gamer who want the best scores and the quickest time. For me, it's a 7 out of 10. If you like this review, guys, then hit that thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below, and if you're a new watcher here, then please consider subscribing. Thank you to all of our existing subscribers for continuing to support us by viewing our videos. My name's Juan Romero. You know what I'm going to say. I'll see you on the next one.